Live space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of Starfleet Academy as we now venture to episode 5, starring none other than the one and only Sam I Am. Yes, Sam I Am, green eggs and ham. Hallelujah. And this was an episode that I would dare to say was certainly exciting to watch, especially when you realize it's about your boy, the one and only Captain Sisko, who they were searching for. So I just want to make sure only people are here that we can trust, right? The people in the room are the ones we can trust, because I just got to make sure we can trust all the people in here before we go ahead and start spouting off. All right, good afternoon, everybody. Of course, thank you very much. Reporting live is your boy, the real Vince Taylor, and we're going to go ahead and talk about the 5th episode installment of Starfleet Academy. We are joined by none other than the lovely Zyla Trex in the building. What's going on, Zyla? And we've also got the homie Bad Ty in the building to talk a little Trek. What's up, Ty? And before we get this episode off and kind of recap what it is that happened on this most recent installment of Starfleet Academy, I wanted to first remember to say like and subscribe. I'm trying to remember to say that at the very beginning. I've been told that it helps when you say it at the beginning. Like, subscribe, comment, follow, all of those good things. And we'll have ourselves a good old time. Please join in the conversation. We want to talk to you. But before we get into Miss Sam and her journey into the search for Sisko, I just want to make a real quick announcement. So next week, we will have the pleasure of interviewing, if you watch this episode, you may have noticed an interesting alien type creature that looked a little something like this. And this alien creature goes by the name of Tawny Newsome. And Tawny Newsome is known for specifically not only being a Star Trek geek and nerd, but she was Mariner Beckett in the one and only Lower Decks. And if I'm not mistaken, you tell me if I'm wrong, Miss Zyla, but didn't she actually write the episode? I think she did. Well,
co-wrote this episode. Yes, co-wrote it.
Co-wrote it. Correct. Co-wrote it. So we will be joined by the lovely Tawny Newsome next week. Yes, that's right. She will be giving us an opportunity to interview her and to pick her brain on all things Star Trek, all things sci-fi, and to get an idea as to what all it would take to actually get Sisko to show up. No, just playing. No, but yeah, the one and only Tawny Newsome, who is literally one of the funniest characters in Star Trek universe. If you didn't see the Lower Decks series, you are missing out. Do yourself a favor. After this pod, go and catch up on Lower Decks, because it literally is unlike any other thing that Star Trek has out there. It is an animated series, but oh my goodness, you will not be disappointed. If you are a fan of Star Trek references and seeing what Star Trek has beyond just the actual live action TV shows, I highly recommend you give it a gander. But if you watched Strange New Worlds, she did actually show up on Strange New Worlds as a character as well. So look for that. She was in uniform and everything. They were saying she was talking fast. Her and Boimler were there. And Easter egg hunt, she even appears on the wall of Star Trek Legends. Hallelujah. So we will have our very own legend here, right here. So make sure y'all hit the follow, hit the subscribe, and let us know what questions you may have. So did I deliver? Is that a good? I told
Listen, I'm excited.
I thought you would like that. Yeah, man. So Tawny Newsome is going to give us a chance to sit and speak with her about her episode. We want to have all day, probably 10, 20 minutes or so, but that's enough, because I really want to pick her brain and find out what went into her creating this lovely episode, which we will give our opinions on right now, as we usually do. So without further ado, I'm gonna put this up, I'm gonna take this down, and I want y'all to tell me thumbs up, thumbs down, or meh in the middle. And we're coming down in 3, 2, 1. Oh, whoops. 3, 2, 1. Hey, yo, he's got all digits.
I mean, if I would do the toes and everything like that, man. But I know this, this is rated PG, so we gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it 5. We're gonna keep it 10 fingers up. 10 fingers up, man. 10 fingers up.
Thank you for keeping the feeling. All right, so cool. So Zyla, ladies first, talk to us about what it is that you loved about this episode, what you remember the most, what it is that makes you put both of those thumbs up, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. I mean, just as a Trek fan who started my journey with Deep Space Nine, the homage to Deep Space Nine, the homage to Sisko was huge for me. Because Sisko is such an important character to me all around. The fact that it was Sam, who is now, like, I think we can all agree, a beloved character, amazing Black actress too at that. And the writing was just, it was beautiful. It was the heart of Trek. It was truly fire. Yeah, like, she's fire. The actress is fire. The character is fire. All of it was so funny, but filled with heart and humanity. And I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with it.
Yes, absolutely. I agree. I think that everybody can kind of see Sam. She's a whole character, even outside her character. Don't forget, she was with our boy Ant at the premiere with the grill in. She went full Kodak Black. You know what I'm saying? What about you? What about you, Bad Ty? What is it that you took away from this episode? What do you like? What do you love? What do you observe? What you think?
I mean, let me start with Sam. I mean, I can't say it enough. That smile is infectious. Her energy is kinetic. I mean, the way you could just tell that her energy is just that type that just draws you in, just by her personality outside and on screen. But I swear, man, like, just watching this episode, man, it got you in all kind of different feels, man. To see all of the callbacks to, when I saw the glove. Like, that was like the
first glove.
Yo, I saw the glove, bro. I was like, yo, they really going in, bro. They they really going in, and this just seemed like a love letter. I don't know about y'all, but it felt like a love letter to Sisko. It did. To like it, everything that was said about Sisko in all hallways, all crevices, everybody who got an opportunity to speak on him spoke nothing but like just the utmost respect. When Jake, oh my God, like Jake comes back, pulls up, like, man, there's so much, bro. It was so much to love about this episode, man. Like, I don't even feel like we got enough time for me to literally explain everything I loved about this, because it was that much that I loved, which is why I put up the 10 fingers, because and again, if I had 10 hands with 10 fingers on each one of them, I would have put all of them up too. Like, that's how much I believe in this episode. Like, the more and more I'm watching Starfleet Academy, I feel like the one thing that they are maintaining is the idea of being yourself, being true to who you are. Don't just reach for acceptance. Always, you know what I'm saying, be who you are first and live in that. And when the conversations are had, they're always so emotional. Like, they feel, and like the characters, you feel like the characters are remembering a moment where maybe they were in an instance where, that was happening to them. And when the conversation was being had with Jake and Sam, and Sam started crying, bro. Yeah. Like, them tears. Listen, I know onion tears, and then I know real tears. Those was real tears, and they was falling. And I said, girl, you out here trying to win an academy or something. I see you out here. Sam said, I came to play real ball. So if y'all ain't coming out here to play real ball, then, step back. Cause what was that? The movie with the cheerleaders? The cheerleader. Bring it on. That moment in the bar, that bring it on moment.
Right.
So, man, this episode, man, I just can't say enough, man. But I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna let you get your opportunity, my brother.
Nah, yo, look, I'm right on there with you, man. I'm not gonna lie. All right, I will shed why I gave 1 thumbs up instead of the second. The other thumb I didn't give up is because I was so like all up until the very last moment. I was hoping for a brief appearance from Benjamin Sisko. like up until the last moment, until I saw on the screen when it said, "Thank you, Avery," all the way up until that very last second, I was like, is it going to show up? Is it going to be a hologram? Is it going to be AGI? I don't care what it is. Just show me something, you know what I'm saying? But to even get Sirach, you know what I'm saying, who is Sirach Lofton plays the role of Jake Sisko as his son, and he was there in rare form, fully grown, was bearded up, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, for those of us that watched Deep Space Nine from the get, we remember this little boy, he was running around with Nog, and they were watching the girls on the power nod, and you know what I'm saying? And so when we sit there, we see them all growing, and we're like, also another quick tidbit. In the actual Deep Space Nine, Zyla, I'm sure you recall this as well, they did have an episode where they showed Sirach grown up, and he was played by one Tony Todd, who we know from Candyman and a bunch of other stuff. Now, Tony Todd played multiple characters on Star Trek. He was a Klingon. He was a what was that other weird? There was another weird race that he played. I can't remember the name of them, but that one where he played Sisko's son in the future as a successful writer, and he was basically doing what this episode had Sam doing. He was trying to figure out what happened to my dad. Like, I'm gonna stay around. I'm trying to fix this. You know what I'm saying? And so to see this come full circle and to see her get a chance to speak with son, like, and hello, happy Black History Month, everybody, because this literally is the first History Month. I mean, not the first day, but the first episode of Black History Month, and they pushed it right on in there, man. Let's break it down from start to finish. If y'all are like me, you may have noticed from the very beginning that this one had more of a humorous tick to it, right? You can almost see Tawny sitting there writing each of these lines. Like, yeah, we about to make this. You know what I'm saying? Did you catch that, Zyla? Did you see?
Yeah, you can hear her writing voice very clearly, and I love it. Very Lower Decks humor, like it's so good. But I mean, and besides the humor, you can hear it, but the humor was there.
Yeah. Well, I also okay. So let's talk about some of the significant things. One of the first things I noticed is that this was an episode that they tried to. It was a little Ms. Marvel, dare I say, bad time. Like it was a little. It kind of started off looking like a TikTok video, a little bit like all of the graphics and all of the, you know, it was kind of very, you know. I was like, okay, is this a reel? Is this a show? You know, and but I was like, okay, and it got the point across. And then we're faced with the actual dilemma of Sam, who we get to dig into her makers, as she calls them, and their request for her to gain more knowledge about these organics so that they can know whether or not they can trust them. I liked the thought. I liked it. Now. Where it goes after that is interesting because then we learn that she can easily be programmed how to be drunk.
Customizable. She's fully customizable.
You go, you're drunk. You got purple hair. Here's a coat. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh wow, can I get one of those?
It was kind of hard. I thought that shit was kind of hard. Like it's just an interesting concept. We've seen it with the Doctor, but he's always doing it himself, mostly.
Good point.
But to see like, bloop, this is my internal programming, and like Caleb like tinkering around. I thought that was cool. I never conceptualized it like that. So yeah, that was interesting. Ty, I thought that it was fascinating that because remember she pulled it up and Caleb was like, "Oh, this you?"
oh, dang, it's dope. You know what I'm saying? Went to work and I was like, all right, come on, man, come on. So I thought that was real cool. What do you make of her basically having to, in this episode, determine whether or not she was enough of a person to make her own pathway, as opposed to what she was struggling with, which was trying to accommodate her makers, versus what she's becoming, a friend and a family member of this cast? That's how we think.
Well, before I answer that, can I just also address the fact that on that list of drugs that she had, there was heroin. I was like, I'm like, this is an option. I'm like, there was heroin, GHB, ketamine. I was like, yo, we like what? I was like, this is what we doing. Like this is like, I haven't been in school in some years, so I don't know if it's like, is this what our kids are now dealing with? Like, yo, it's like, you're not going and asking. I did see cannabis on there, so we're not going to act like cannabis doesn't exist. The cannabis was there, but when I saw heroin as like the third or fourth drug of choice, I was like, damn, it gets crazy at Starfleet Academy. Like this is
never experiment.
Yeah, like you don't even have to get a dealer no more. You just get get programmed and get your little this is wild. But your question was what?
I don't think it matters anymore. I think the heroin is you. I buried the lead with my question. I should have asked you about the blue caps. But not. The question was basically, it was like, how you think she fared with her journey to learn how to choose her own pathway? You know what I'm saying? Because that was kind of the underlying tenor of the show, was like, listen, you were sitting here to do something, but as you got in your duties, this is a very old story, undercover cop falls in love with, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, I think she pulled it off fairly decently, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Her story reminds me a lot of Data. Like her and Data's stories kind of share a strong resemblance, because Data always wanted to know what being human would be like. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is kind of that same thing. Like she wants to know I want to feel this. I want to see this. I want to experience this. I want to, and I have to get all this data, because I'm supposed to be giving it back to my makers. But in the meantime, she's actually becoming human, because she's learning all of the aspects of being human. So when I see her cry and showing emotion, when I see her getting into a fight, when I see her, getting drunk, having all those experiences that one may have, in their high school, college days, or whatever the case may be. These are all experiences you go through in life to become an adult, or whatever the case may be. So right now, do I think she's doing a great job? I think she's doing an excellent job. I think she's showing so much depth just in her character and in her acting prowess. Like this is this is my first time experiencing her, because that's exactly what she is, a whole experience. And when I see, I'm saying that genuinely, like when I see her on screen, she lights up the day, like her smile. And I'm smiling when she's smiling. Like I'm like, because she makes you smile, because you're like, oh, and I'm like, oh my God, she got such a smile. And you know what I'm saying, and all of that. And I know I'm not the only person fanning out like that when it comes to her. And then to see how they're using her, because again, she everybody in the clique is smart, but she holds like she can tap into a whole different realm of thinking and all of that kind of stuff, because she's connected. But the way that they're using her character to be this very genuine, very innocent, very infantile being. I love it. I love Sam. I said it to you in private, and I'm saying it publicly. I love Sam.
Yo, so what I love also, to kind of tap in a couple bullet points on the way down as we start to not wrap up, because we still got time, but start to journey towards getting towards the end here. Let's talk about some of the significance. Okay, let's first and foremost just acknowledge the fact that we have, at least on cam on a Star Trek show, the very first representation of a holographic image in a Black person. We've had this before with Doctor. Doctor. I mean, he never found a name for himself. They tried to call him Joe and Schmullis and all that other dumb shit, but he ends up just being the Doctor, or the EMH, preferably. I think is a better term. But the EMH, Zyla had a similar plight, right? It wasn't the exact same, but he also had that plight to where he's trying to learn where he fits in, who he is versus who he was made to be. And there's a lot of parallels between those two characters. What do you think of some of the similarities compared to contrast when it comes to these two characters?
Yeah, I mean, one of the greatest things about Star Trek is showing a person's internal struggle. I think they had a lot of parallels that they even addressed in the show with the conversation between the two of them. It was interesting because it kind of felt like a teaser, like the EMH is probably he kind of repressed a lot of like the difficulties, it seems like, and they're teasing to that. So I'm interested to see where they're going to go with that, because he kind of dismissed her as if he didn't want to talk about maybe grief or something like that. But so there's similarities there for sure. But I loved how they compared her journey to Cisco. And Cisco is one of he's my favorite captain.
Hey, say it again. Say it again. I say it again. Yes. That's a real captain, goddamn Ty. I just want you to know, man. Like we don't mind them being bald, but they got to be black too. I'm just playing.
And the reason he's my favorite was so well represented in the show. It is because of his constant internal struggles. I love the emissary plotline that was, off the bat. He has this Spider-Man like responsibility thrust upon him. And he struggles with it for the entirety of 7 seasons. It is the conversation and the struggle between science and spirituality, known science versus unknown, we don't know the unknown. And so that has always been my favorite part of Cisco's journey. So to see that reflected in Sam, in this bubbly Black girl character, which to date we have not seen in Star Trek. Like, we've seen a lot of different types of personality, but Sam is like the girl I know. That literally, Carice reminds me of certain friends that I have, just generally. So to see that struggle represented in her it truly like broke something inside me. Like, I was sobbing the entire show because that internal struggle is so human. So I loved the comparison. When she said the word emissary off the bat, I was like, oh, it's on in this episode. It is on. And so I just loved, like, well, what does it mean for me to want to be here? Or do I have a choice? Do I have a choice in the way that I live my life? Or is it predetermined? Like, all these like philosophical things, man. But she's so funny. It's like it entered these high level philosophical concepts enter so smoothly because it's funny. It's a girl we know, and yeah, I'm obsessed.
Oh my goodness, yo, touch it. Listen, and there's so many different points to sit here and go over, but I've got to piggyback off of you and just talk about my emissary, Mr. Cisco. And can we talk about the fact that we learned that Cisco was like, all right, this might be a spoiler to you, Ty, but I mean, shoot, at this point, it is what it is. Like he's half alien. Like, he wouldn't even, I don't know if he would get deported nowadays, or I also wonder, like, if I wonder if Jake Cisco did like an ancestry.com or a 23andMe, would it be like 50% Nigerian, 4% prophet, you know what I'm saying? What is, I'm just wondering what his DNA makeup is. But some of those, oh my God, like I screamed out loud when they went to the museum and they showed they had the glove with the ball in it, and it had the like the oh my God, and then and we were sitting there, and then when Cisco, when Jake Cisco came on the screen, and he was standing there with his regal self, just like, yeah. And then they started talking directly to her, and I was like, okay, what's happening right now? And then I got a split second. I was like, are they going to make him into a hologram? Is he a regular? Is he going to be recurring? Are we going to see him again? I started having all of these feelings. So yeah, a couple things. First of all, the emissary is weird because I always assessed it, Zyla, to a godlike figure with the Bajorans. You know that they even though he worked alongside Kira. Kira was like, "Look, I know you don't like me calling you the emissary, but you're the emissary." You know what I'm saying? but to see emissary used in a form that does not embody a deity was fascinating to me as well. Also, did you peep the Bajoran the Easter egg? She grabbed her.
Yeah.
So she was like, "All right, I'm gonna grab you by the."
That actually made me laugh out loud. That was good.
So yeah, so Ty, in the Deep Space Nine, you're gonna see this when you start watching. Like the what are those figures called?
The Vedics or the Kai, like Kai.
Yeah, the Kai, whatever name is, the Vatic, whatever. Like they go up to you and then like instead of just shaking your hand, they grab your ear and be like, "Ah, your pa is strong. Your pa." So when the dude walked up, it was like, "Your pa," and she was like, they kicked her out the room because she grabbed somebody by the ear and this is so cool. So I thought that was hilarious. The Bajorans just even being in existence definitely gave me. And then my last little Easter egg that I caught was the mention of Ractagino. Did you hear him mention Ractagino? Even that alone made me go, "Ah!"
So good.
Such a deep Space Nine episode. So I loved all of those points. But at the end of the day, the episode itself did give us an idea of what Sam is and who she is more than likely going to be. She is holographic, but she, unlike the Doctor, has the desire to integrate. She does want to be friends. The Doctor he pronounced his superiority on the rip, and then he kind of learned like, I can love, I can like opera. Oh, okay, that's cool. She comes into it. Let's also remember, she's under a year old. They said that she had been created, I think it was 271 days ago. She's not even 365 days old. We're dealing with somebody who's younger than Kes was on Voyager, who has the mindset of a child, the body type of an adult, but none of the experience. So she got all this experience in this one episode. She got food, she tasted it, she got a new hair color, she got a coat, she got a big ass Lenny Kravitz scarf. She got she got drunk, she got high, she got into a fight. She almost just she like so much stuff happened in this episode, bro. What are some of the other takeaways that you may have, Ty, on this episode real quick, and then we'll start rounding up here a little bit.
I'm starting to notice the relationships around because there was some underlying stuff going on in the background that we haven't spoke about yet. Kyle is up to his no good ways. I see him over there. He's over there trying to finesse my man. My man Jaden. I see they was on the dance floor doing their little dance and whatnot. And also I also seen someone getting a little jealous about that. And I spoke to this last week. I said it and I meant it, and it seems it might just be a thing. So we're starting to see that unfold. The relationship also with Sam and my man Kerr. Here. Oh, what's his name? What's his name? Last name? Caleb.
Yeah.
Murr. So Caleb. So I'm starting to see they getting close. Like, and I don't mean like they getting close, like they like each other, like more like a homie and a homie. Like this my ace boom right here. She smacked Caleb on the ass real quick. She said, "Oh, Caleb, your butt firm. Your butt firm." I said, that's what we doing. but look, the funny part about that is you could see them probably playing around like that on like set, because like what I've seen, like, just in some clips here and there, is they're very playful. They're very, like it seems more family oriented on their set, and everybody's having fun. But I am starting to see these relationships start to develop and the cliques within the cliques are starting to kind of form. So like, I'm interested to see what this relationship with Kyle and what is the
Jaden?
Nah, not Jaden.
Darum.
Darum,
yeah,
like how this plays out, because I can definitely see that he didn't like Kyle moving in on that moment when they was cutting pop, that moment right there when they was having that moment, there was some real stuff. He forgot to tell him this is special to my people. Like when we connect. You know what I'm saying? And they did the Kim top pop, and then now they connected. Now he's feeling what you feeling. He like, I don't like that. So yeah, man, I did see that. And what's up with Caleb and old girl? Like, I thought the whole again, I keep talking about Sam because Sam is just the light of the show. But Sam was like, man, what's up, man? You want to have sex with her? What's going on? Like, he was like, huh? He's like, what? What? Huh? What? Yeah, I can tell you I want to. Matter of fact, you should. What she said, you should do it like this. You should.
He said, "You making a panini?
You're making a panini." Yo, this is classic.
So yes, this episode, the humor was there. That the moments, like again, Zyla, you bring up emotions, and if you are a person with a beating heart, if you are not touched by some of these moments when people are talking about not feeling like they're enough, not wondering if they are enough, and having someone reaffirm to them that they are enough and you are enough, then you just a heartless person. And you know that has nothing to do with this show. That just has a very much to do with sir or man. But so I love this show, man. And the more and more I'm seeing, I'm loving the characters, and it's starting to really feel like the Star Trek I'll sign up for and sign on to. So you know what I mean? Like let's rock.
Awesome. All right. Well, a couple more real quick points. First of all, chef's kiss to that monologue, bro. That was you're right. I agree wholeheartedly. I see a reel with a lot of likes on that little commentary right there. So appreciate that. And also, it's definitely a lot of Star Trek with the Easter eggs. If there's one thing I could say that could be slightly critical outside of not seeing Cisco, which is probably some contractual, it would be that I would like them to go ahead. This was a mid-season thing. So I would like them to go ahead and to bring that conflict back into the array. You know what I'm saying? It might be time for Paul Giamatti to show up one a little bit. You know, let's get some sort of synchronous type of conflict for us to resolve. Otherwise, we're going to be dealing with one of those 2-hour season finales where they have to introduce the big bad and then kill the big bad, or hit this in the same episode. So hopefully we can get a little bit more continuity between the episodes, Discovery style. Discovery did that so well. They kept that running Red Angel theme, that running Giorgio theme so well. So hopefully we get a little bit of that. That's the only thing I can really say about it. Couple quick mentions before we start to wrap up. Now, there was another storyline in this as well that wasn't really centered around Sam as much, and it was with our shoeless captain who refuses to keep her feet on the floor.
No bounds. No boundaries.
Like, you know, and I found myself kind of becoming a little bit endearing towards her this episode because she was so conniving with the head of the what they call the war people. I forget what the war college. And so I kind of thought it was interesting that she kind of delved into, you know, her Lanthianite history, and here let's play a little role play, and they brought in the EMH. I don't know, Zyla. It was refreshing. It was cool. It wasn't the central theme. They would call this a B theme, but what you think about that whole theme that they brought in there towards the end, not toward the end, but intertwined? What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I liked the B plot. I'm enjoying, you know, seeing the kids and then seeing the professors, the teachers. I think it was a nice levity, and like it was funny. Like it's just funny. I mean, the Kelrat character, we're already so like, you know, so it was nice to get us liking him for a change, you know, a different side of him that's more nervous, that has some heart to him, like figuring that all out. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. What about you, Ty? You any feelings about that part of the story?
I mean, it was all right. It was all right. So my thing about the captain is she just has no boundaries, man. Like it's like I would feel like she would make working with her uncomfortable for me. I think I might go to HR and have to report her and feel like I'm, you know, because like the whole sliding up, like when I'm sitting down, you slide your head up, like you the captain, and this feels very inappropriate. I'm in a corner already, and now you sliding like you laying down talking about come sit down. Like this feels a lot like you're about to say something inappropriate or have me do something that I don't really want to do. This is feeling very Weinsteinish right now. I'm like so like that part for me was like I was like, dude, this is probably the moment where you're like, all right, I've had enough. I'm going to the admiral. This has to stop. She's already walking around here with no shoes on. She's got she's walking around like she's just chilling all day, every day. When is she working? When is she working? Because she's always up in the office chilling a lot and don't seem like she's doing a lot of work, man. I got some questions. I got some questions, man. Some real questions, man. But nah, the facts of the B story it was cool. The plot is cool. I'm mad that we never got to meet the Artakis or whatever the late.
Yeah.
I was like, y'all talking about her. I was like, I want to see who rides around with fire eels. Like, what does that person look like that has to have fire eels that can't protect her if she's on land? Like, I need to know what's going on. Like, yeah, I mean that's so. There's like that B plot. Listen, that whole dinner scene. Kip, is that her name? Kip? Because I told you I'm not calling her lady.
Ooh, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
The Chancellor?
No. Let me see.
Oh, Tig Notaro.
Tig. So yes, Tig. I love Tig. Tig don't mess around. She don't play no games. And when they was like talking through the thing, she was like, it was like use the thing. She was like, no. I'm not doing that. Y'all look stupid. Y'all know y'all look stupid. Oh, y'all. So I love
one of
her.
my favorite, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love her, yo. Like she's been like just systematically disrupting shit that they got planned. When they tried to put the line at the don't cross this line, she was like, "Oh, this is cute." Took that shit ended all of that shit real smooth, like yeah. You know So, bro, this show is really starting to grow on me in a way that I was not expecting. When we first talked about this show, I said, I feel like it's gonna be a funny comedy show. Like before, I remember when we first, and I was like, and we are there. It is definitely some comedy.
It's there.
It's definitely some comedy, but I think the relationships with the characters, I wasn't expecting to like feel like I feel about these people this early in the journey. Like I needed, you know what I'm saying? Like at least get into a battle where you like are deathly ill or about to die, or we ain't even got there yet. Like y'all playing with my emotions on the 5th episode. Like we can't keep doing that. I don't know if my heart can take it. Like I'm trying to live. I don't know if these episodes is gonna kill me or not. Like the way that this is going. Because I'm developing this relationship with Sam. I'm developing this relationship with Jaden. I'm developing this relationship with Caleb. You're developing this relationship with the captain, with the first officer, with the doctor, with now we got Dax in the mix. So you know what I'm saying? So I mean, what do you do with all this? Like it's like they're giving us so much so quickly. And I don't know if our bodies can withstand it. That's all I'm saying. Like you know, I might need some of that heroin they got. That good heroin they got on.
Yo, let me piggyback off of that and toss it over to you, Zyla. 2 words Dax, motherfucker. Yo, Dax.
Yo,
Come on.
let me tell
to
you, Jadzia Dax is one of my favorite characters of all time. I'm telling you, like, when I started DS9, I was like, that's my baby, like that's my girl, like, I was not expecting it at all. I don't know if I just don't have good like pickup on clues or whatever, but when she hit and did the Trill Stripes, I mean, the Trill Stripes, I was like, I literally started crying. Like, I was so excited, like just so emotionally excited that the mentor of the whole thing, the mentor of Cisco, became the mentor of Sam. Now, like, that's chef's kiss writing. Chef's kiss writing.
Right. Bro, I mean, so for those who haven't had a chance to see Deep Space Nine yet, Dax is like, I guess through this now we know she's like over 1,000. She's like dead or 2,000 years old. You know what I'm saying? It's the symbiote that exists within the Trill, and there's select folks that can qualify. And we met one. I guess you could say more than one, but there was a main character that was played by Terry Farrell. All right, who was the hot new it thing they used to call back in when it came out. And it essentially it carries your memories from every host. And so by the time it got to Jadzia Dax, the prior host was Curzon Dax. Curzon Dax was Benjamin Sisko's mentor. Okay, so he saw Benjamin Sisko as a cadet come up through the ranks. Here comes now Jadzia Dax, who works under Benjamin Sisko, right? Follow me. So now you have Dax go from being the mentor to being the mentee. Flash forward 800 years later, now we have another emissary who is being trained by Dax once again on Star Trek. Hallelujah. So just like Zyla just said, full circle moment. Like they just brought in a Deep Space Nine character essentially to the Starfleet Academy show. Now, how recurring the role is, I don't know, but her name is definitely on the credits, and it's also on the Wall of Legends. So, I think that says a lot.
For Tawny to write herself into a Dax role, that's iconic. I couldn't have thought something better myself. That's incredible. I would have done the same shit. I love it.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Like, Zyla, did you okay, so all right, we'll walk you through this moment. So they're right at the end, and they're having the moment where she's like, oh yeah, Professor, I'll keep it. And then she does the little this, right? And so for a split second, I was like, oh, okay, what am I processing here? What is it? And I was like, okay, is it the ear? And then I saw the markings. And I was like, oh, shit. I was like, is that? I was like, oh, maybe she's just Trill. Right? But then she said her name and she was like, I was like,
it was so good.
It's like all of the connections. We got the EMH from Voyager, right? We got the Jem'Hadar from Voyager. We got now we have this Dax from Deep Space Nine. We got Cisco, Jake Cisco, that is, from Deep Space Nine. Like, and we got to go. Keep in mind, did y'all peep the part where they was like, oh, you should go to the Benjamin Sisko Museum. It's in New Orleans. And next thing you know, because they transport, they don't fly. So she was like, oh, okay, I guess I could book a real quick transport to New Orleans. Went over there, look good, get a little gumbo jumbo live. You know what I'm saying? And it was chef's kiss. And the baseball set me off, bro. I mean, it just took me down to the holodeck when the team 9, what were they called? The Niners?
The Niners.
had to play against the other team. So yeah, man, that was hella cool. So look, we won't dwell on this forever. Of course, we're just doing some real quick just talking about what we remember the most about these episodes. So we will have more to talk about, especially when we get an opportunity to interview the one and only Tawny Newsome, who will be in, well, some way or another. We got to figure this part out because you got to pre-record it and all that other great stuff. But she will be speaking to us next week, and we will report back here with clips from it, and we'll also make sure that it is live for everybody. Now, before we start wrapping up, if I may say so, Some of these folks from the Star Trek series, Starfleet Academy. Damn, excuse me. I don't know why I couldn't say it just now. Starfleet Academy have been doing a lot of promotions as of late, if you haven't noticed. As a matter of fact, some of them have even gone as far as to find themselves on shows like, the you see where I'm going, right? Shows like Kelly Clarkson, which some of them have actually been on to promote the show. And you know what's so funny? Somebody that we know was recently the segue is magnificent. Somebody we know was recently on the Kelly Clarkson show, if I'm not mistaken, y'all. So come on, you gotta come on. What's up, Zyla? Like you went on TV and you want to tell your boys?
I'm sorry. I didn't know. I signed a thing. It was a whole thing, but no, it was cool. It was cool though. Literally, like I guess the producer of this, one of the producers of the show, put out a TikTok that was like, "We're looking for New York Trekkies with big personalities." And then so a fellow Trekkie sent it to me and was like convincing me to send in a submission video. So I sent in a video. I was like, "Hey, I'm obsessed with Star Trek. I love it." and you know, I guess they liked the video. So I got to be like a fan. Basically, like you're in the audience and you stand up and you say, and then you throw the commercial break. Yeah. And so yeah, I was really surprised. It was so out of nowhere, so random. And when I went, they told me it was going to be Holly Hunter. So obviously I'm excited. I hadn't seen the show at that point. It hadn't come out. So I was like, okay, I bet I get to see them. Then I had been following some of the cadets on Instagram. And so day of, I learned that, you know, Darum, Caleb, and Carice were going to be on the show. And the producer told me in the green room, and I had to literally physically be chill, like, oh, cool. Even though I was freaking out and I was so excited. And then yeah, they decorated the set like Star Trek. So I feel like that's the closest I'm gonna get to seeing like a Star Trek set. So it was really cool, you know, like it was like a big production. And then Holly Hunter gave an incredible interview. Then the cadets came out. Y'all, Carice is just a star. She is so funny, like, and she was just literally, you could tell she was lighting up the couch. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I so enjoyed seeing her speak. And all of them, but Carice definitely, you know, made her impression. And yeah, I had a good time. It was, and then I literally went to work. It was so random. Like,
You have to go straight to work.
I work in the South Bronx, so it's not like I'm advertising I'm a Trekkie. It was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, yeah, I have a little makeup on. They're like, where you went today? I'm like, no, you just look nice. So it was fun. It was fun though. I had a really good time.
Zyla, you mean you didn't walk down the Bronx streets with your shirt?
With my com badge,
like, shirt and your com badge, like, guess where I just came from?
Right. Not necessarily.
So you were in a dressing room, like because I thought you were just
a little fan green room, yeah. And then this really very sweet like makeup artist did me. I was like, thank God, because I don't know how to do any of that. And I was like, please just do whatever you got to do to make me look good. And they were very sweet. And so, yeah, it was a cool experience.
Yo, all right. I have a couple quick questions about that. So I haven't had a chance to see the footage, but it looks like you did get the mic at some point. Was that pre-planned? Did they go over that process with you, or how did that work out?
Yeah. So basically, they let me say what I said in my submission video, which was, they didn't really even edit that all that much. It was basically like, I'm a Trekkie because it encourages me to be the best person that I can be and to shoot for the brightest future, which is just what I feel like Star Trek is to me. Because, you know, I've been like, the captains inspire me. Obviously, we just talked about how the show just inspires you to be yourself and a better person. So they printed that out for me. They were like, you're going to get the mic, say this. And then I was like, okay, just, you know, trying to pretend like I was cool with it, but I'm like kind of freaking out inside. And, you know, I'm sitting there and there's people on either side of me listening to me. They're like, oh, what is she going to do? What does she have to say? Like, And the producer is giving me a bunch of instructions at one time. He's like, I'm going to come over. You're going to stand up. You're not going to say anything. You're going to look at this camera. And then don't say anything. Then I'm going to point to you. Then you're going to go. And it was just like, okay, I don't know. I've never had an experience like that. So I think I did all right. And then apparently they messed up the sound the first time. So I actually had to do it again after the show was over. And I was like, damn, I was already so nervous the first time. But yeah, so I did it twice and it worked out fine. And the people around me were very encouraging. The people on the left were actually family of Darum. Yeah. And I'm literally talking to them like they know nothing. I'm like, because I asked them, oh, are you guys Star Trek fans? They're like, yeah, we kind of have to now. Me not clocking what that means at all. So I'm just like, well, I hear it's going to be a really good show. And this, and everybody who doesn't like it is a hater and this, that. And they're just like, oh, like, yeah. So, and then he walked on and I'm like, I think that's British. That's his family. I'm getting it now. So it was fun and like a sweet experience.
Oh man, it's a good thing you weren't like, yo, I love this show. Except that one dude like that. That's the character I can't stand. He an asshole and he ugly and he need to lose. Like it'd been like, nah,
for real. Could have went south, but no.
Well, big up to you, Zyla. That is a big deal, man, to get a chance to not only be recognized, but to be recognized for being a Star Trek fan. Like, that's huge. I mean, 20 years ago, this would have been like the Jerry Springer, Maury Povich. You know what I'm saying? So you be able to get on the show like this and be recognized for something that dope, I think is definitely admirable, man. So I think it'd be a good idea for us to go ahead and get out of here on that. I don't know if you go ahead. Oh, you muted, bro. Go ahead.
I
hear you. I am.
Just before I leave, I feel like your energy on talking about the show today was on a 10, but your vote wasn't. And I was just wondering if maybe you wanted to go back and maybe change your vote after you've talked about everything we talked about today, because the only reason you didn't give it two hands up was because they didn't give you the Cisco moment. But what they did was they supplanted that by giving you Cisco's son and also the Dax moment, which I feel like a combination of both should equate somewhere around a Cisco spotting. So I don't know if maybe you want to check, because we don't normally give you an opportunity to change that vote. Because you did come with the half nub, and I just want to know.
I gave it a thumbs up, yo. I gave it a.
Listen. You have another vote. Okay. I'm just saying. Well, you want to change your vote?
I'm going to keep my vote at where it was, which was a good one. It's an A, not an A plus. Okay, it's still an A, not an A plus.
All right.
But I'm keeping it like that because yes, I got all dressed up, shaved my legs, and was ready for Cisco, and he didn't show up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, bro. Like, if you're gonna get me all hyped up to come on this date, and then you're gonna stand me up, like, you know what I'm saying? So I was a little high about that. But then the other half of it is because, let's be real. Like the B part was mid. You know what I'm saying? The B roll was a little mid. All right. So that's the only reason. But everything else, yes, thumbs up to the sky. But I gotta be honest, otherwise my thumbs up don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna give thumbs up to everything. If I give 2 thumbs up, it gotta mean something. And so I appreciate you giving me a chance. But
I mean, hey, you gotta give him a chance, man. Gotta give him a chance.
Right. Speaking of chances, don't forget, next week we'll have the chance to talk with the one and only Tawny Newsome of Lower Decks fame. Hallelujah. We cannot wait to pick this lovely young black lady's beautiful mind so that we can get an idea as to not only why she put her own name at her real government name.
Yes.
But also to figure out what all went into the character Dax that she decided to help bring back to screen, and what all went into the writing process of this. Before I let y'all go, I'd like y'all to hear this quick message from another Star Trek person on the way out. Before we leave, make sure you be in your authentic self and that you definitely don't allow yourself to be fake, because that I'm saying it wrong. I don't normally say it in the podcast on the week. I normally only say it on Saturdays, so it doesn't feel right. It don't feel right. I'm not gonna say it. Be your authentic self. If you ain't being yourself, you're being fake. Come check us out on Saturday as well. As this Saturday, we will be talking about Duncan and Egg from the Knights of the Seven Kingdoms and a whole bunch of other things, as well as From is coming back. But I would like to leave you all with this. We recently had an opportunity to speak with the one and only Nira, and we got a chance to ask her if she had any advice for Star Trek actors that are getting a lot of hate. Well, let's just go ahead and let you hear what it is that she had to say on Star Trek, and also been a fan of Star Trek. You know that when new iterations come out, oftentimes the fans don't always welcome it with open arms. Okay. This one particularly doesn't seem to be any different. There are folks, of course, like myself that love it because it's just Trek and we're willing to accept different genres and iterations of it. Then there's folks that have been told if there's certain people or people that look a certain way or people that have different denominations, orientations, then it's woke or whatever, this, that, the third. I'm just curious if you could speak to the cast of Starfleet Academy and maybe give some encouragement if they're receiving like some negative review that it's not really the case. Like, how do you handle that type of ordeal when you're working on a project that you have so much belief in, but there seems to be some sort of reason that there's a certain sector of society that wants to just trash it for no reason whatsoever? Is there any guidance you could offer?
What I would offer is that they go back and look into the history of it all. Of Star Trek. The very first original series almost didn't make it. It was Lucille Ball who said, no, we'll redo the pilot. We'll, because she had Desilu, the company at that point, and she had to fight for them to come back and have an actual first season. And so it almost got canceled then.
Oh my God.
And then you think about even, early for Next Generation, where people are like, well, this is not the original, It's happened in some form before, probably in some way with every single iteration. And somehow yet still we come through the other side and we get this thing that we love and we adore. So keep it going, keep moving, just create, and everything else will fall in.
Oh, we're going to let the mic drop right there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you tune back next week. We will be right here discussing episode 6, and we will have clips from our interview with the lovely Tawny Newsome. Blessed. We'll check you later.
The new Blurred Order is one of my favorite places to visit. I hope you'll join us next time.